Good morning. Time to make the coffee. Well, it's looking like I can maybe work in the garden today. It's still pretty wet out there, but I think it'll be a perfect day for pulling weeds. It's only going to be 74, and I don't think there's rain in the forecast, but it is looking overcast this morning. So as soon as it warms up a little bit, it's only in the 60s, which is fine. But as soon as it warms up a little bit, I'll go out there and pull some weeds, because that is the main job that I'm after this week. And then after this week, it's going to warm up, and I even saw one day up in the 90s, which, not my favorite. So on those days, I'll probably not be working in the sun. So that's my plan for the day, but who knows? My plans change all the time. I'm kind of a go with the flow gal. If something better comes up, that's what I do. But I know a lot of people, they do, they stick right to their list, and that's great. They probably get a whole lot more accomplished than I do, but life's short. So I would rather personally do things that I'm enjoying doing rather than all the things that I really don't enjoy. So we're all different, and I don't know, what do you do? Do you do everything as it needs to be done, or do you put it off and go do something fun instead, like me? Oh, well, I think life is meant to be lived, and it shouldn't just be a big, long to-do list. But that's my opinion. Anyway, I have to wait for this coffee to drip, so I will be back. All right, coffee is ready. So let's put a little cream in there. And then we'll go chat at the kitchen table. One of my favorite places in the house. That and my comfy chair. So this mug is from Dollar Tree. Just got it recently. And I have one that's white with black, and now I have the black with the white. But I noticed when I got it home, it's got a blemish, but that's okay, because I think this was the only one they had. So anyway, cheers. Yummy. All right, I will meet you over there at the kitchen table. Okay, good morning. Here we are at the kitchen table. I hope you got yourself some coffee or tea or whatever you prefer. So cheers. If it's nighttime, maybe a glass of wine. So I'm still fooling around with the phone. I think I got it set up the way I want. And now I just connected this little remote so that I can turn the camera off and on without reaching over and having to do it. So I had another one for my other phone, but it was hit or miss. I don't know if it was the phone or the click thing, but it was hit or miss if it would turn it off and on. But so far, so good. But it makes life a lot easier. So this morning I'm making some hummingbird food. I want to get my little hummingbird feeder out. I don't know if the hummingbirds will find it because it's kind of behind my climbing rose, but the flowers on the climbing rose are red. But I don't know, do hummingbirds like red roses for nectar? I have no idea. But anyway, I'm a little late to the party. I should have had it up in April, but I had to fix up that whole area, so I haven't put the hummingbird feeder out. And this year, I bought a small hummingbird feeder. I don't know if you can see it over there. There it is. just from Dollar Tree, because the one I have was a little bigger and it hung down too far, so I couldn't really see the hummingbird when it was there. And I only get a couple of them. I don't get a lot of hummingbirds. You know, it's not like you folks out in California where you have all these swarms of hummingbirds. That would be fantastic. But no, in my backyard, I get one here, one there. You know, they visit a couple, 2, 3 times a day. But I still like watching them out of my kitchen window. It's the perfect spot. So anyway, I got a smaller one because with so few little tiny creatures visiting the hummingbird feeder, the solution goes bad before, you know, they can finish it up. So I thought with a smaller feeder, first of all, it's shorter and I can see it better, and secondly, I wouldn't make so much food. So I do the 1-to-4 ratio, 1 part sugar to 4 parts water, and they seem to like that. At least they have in the past. Oh, I got a frog in my throat. Excuse me. So anyway, I've just been cleaning up the kitchen a little bit here this morning, putting things away, cleaning up my stove. It's one thing, my stove is 23 years old, but it's in primo condition. And I do like to keep it clean. The surface of it is like the almond color. When I first moved here, I had almond colored appliances, which I actually liked a whole lot better than the stainless steel. But the stainless steel, last time I had to replace my dishwasher and refrigerator, they happened to be the open items that they had. And I try and find open items because they're a lot cheaper, for one thing. And another thing is, it's usually people that order something and then it doesn't fit in whatever space they wanted it, or, you know, but anyway, it's not like really buying a used appliance. It's just an open box, or it might have been a display, whatever. So that's how I ended up with stainless steel. And I personally am not a big fan of stainless steel. It's really hard to keep clean, in my opinion. You know, it shows everything, even if you get the kind where they're not supposed to show the fingerprints and all that. They still do. And but anyway, I really liked the almond color that was popular back in 2003 when I had this house built. So I'm going to enjoy my coffee now and write my morning pages, and then I think I will get dressed and venture outside. So all right, I'll be back. Let's see if my little clicky thing works. All right, back in the garden. Today I'm going to work on this section here. Lots to be done. Going to mulch and weed and get rid of this stuff that doesn't belong here. So, all right, let's see how far I get. That'll be all this area right here. Well, I ended up, took some of those rubber stones and made a path to the watering faucet. And then these are just parts that I had from my mom's garden and rocks that I had. And I've had all this stuff for a very long time and I wanted to use it. So I still have to get some sort of a climbing plant here, but I have the 2 hydrangeas. That's probably where I'll plant them if I do. I'm going to leave them in the pot for a little bit yet to see how they do over here. And then over here, Thank God I got all this weeded, and my back is just crying. But I got all this weeded and mulched, so I think that looks pretty good. So this part is pretty much almost done, except for over there. I need to mulch and plant something there. If not the hydrangeas, I'll plant something else. And this is done. This still all needs to be weeded, but this is all done. I love the colors. And my lilies are all opening up. They're just gorgeous. I love the orange ones. And I still have some clematis. I have two here. I have a light purple and a dark purple. So, yeah, there's a little view from what I've done so far. That still all needs to be cleaned up. But I'm very happy that I got all this done. And my vegetable garden is doing awesome. I have to pull some weeds out of that too. So I planted the little kale over here with the rest of the kale. But that should grow well enough now where I can start eating that in another week or so. And then all my winter sown, very early spring sown flowers are doing well. My tomatoes are doing awesome. I gotta tie those up yet. So the celery, basil, and parsley is going crazy. The whole bed is filled. So the Malabar is coming up. I'm hoping this is savory, but I don't know. And I have no idea what ground cherries look like when they come up, because I get so many weeds. So anyway, that's it for me for the garden today. All right. Oh my goodness. Those bags of mulch are super heavy because they're wet. They've been out here for a while, but I got all this done and it looks so much better. I still have to clean up, but yeah, it's getting there. Oh my goodness, that's it for me today. I still have some bags of mulch that I have to distribute different places, but for today I am done. So I moved a couple of pots off of here, and then I put the hydrangeas over there to see how they do in their pots before I plant them over there. Those are the tuxedo hydrangeas, just beautiful. So I'm just going to sit here and enjoy my drink for a minute and get cleaned up, and that'll be it for me for today. Oh my goodness, I just look like they say in the horse world, like I've been rode hard and put away wet. So, but at least I got another section done. Now the only thing that I still have to do in this section, if I decide to do it, otherwise I'm just going to mulch, is plant the hydrangeas, and I have another red blooming plant that I want to put in between the two. I'm not going to go crazy with planting things against the house. But it's a very nice day today. Very nice. So not super hot, but it's going to be getting hot. So I still haven't pulled all the weeds. I still have over there to do. But all in good time. I'd like to dig up some of those strawberries and put them in my strawberry tower. But if I, you know, once it gets too hot, it's probably not a good idea to do that. But I can't leave them there because they're kind of growing like weeds. So anyway, oh, there she goes again. So anyway, yeah, I'm really liking the way my garden is shaping up. And my vegetable garden, I harvested some spinach today, and the leaves are huge. Probably should harvest them before they get so big. But I put one on a sandwich and it tasted fine. It wasn't bitter or anything, so. And I'm probably going to have the other half of my sandwich for dinner. I put some vegan lunch meat, some cheese, some hummus, mustard and mayonnaise, and some spinach on it. And it was pretty good. So anyway, I think that's it for me for today, folks. I'm just going to go relax, get cleaned up, throw away a couple things here, and that'll be the end of my day as far as work goes. So, all right, my friends, that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Don't forget to share, and thanks for watching.